Hey, welcome to another video partnered with WM Guitars. I'm Charles. I hope you enjoyed that tune at the beginning, but today we are looking at the DOD Overdrive Preamp 250. It is an awesome pedal, and we're powering it today with the Ernie Ball Volt. It's a nice, compact power supply for your pedals. It's ideal for smaller boards, really small footprint, solid construction, and isolated power for 4 pedals. Each 300 milliamps or 9-volt DC, if you just prefer to view it that way, and it's pretty much completely noiseless. I've had zero noise from just powering the pedal through that, and that's really nice. So it's a really nice quality construction thing. Anyway, talk about the main event, the pedal. So it's an awesome construction sort of thing. So aluminium chassis. We have true bypass circuitry, so no color to your tone. This is a reissue as well from the original one back in the 90s. And I believe they just kept everything the same inside, but they made some really nice modifications on the outside. So first of all, they changed the color. So it used to be just a yellow color. Now it's more of a gold. I know it's hard to see in this sort of like blue lighting because it's kind of coloring on the camera and it looks almost green, but it is more of a gold color. You'll be able to see that and in real life when you see it in the shop. Hopefully Ryan will have some lovely B-roll to show you, and then you'll be able to see it in its true form. They moved the power supply, so they used to plug in the power here, which is a pet peeve that I hate having to see on pedals. I love the fact they've moved it up here, and it's now just a 9-volt DC, which is great. So it's just up to date and modern. And they added in this awesome LED. So let's test out the switch first of all. Let's see how that sounds. Whoa. That solid click sound that you can hear even through this mic, which is an SM7B, which takes a while to like pick things up. Like, you know, if you can hear it from here to here, you know it's a good quality switch. And you can see that blue LED is super bright. Like if I point it towards the camera, it really is quite bright. So you'll be able to see that on a dark stage, no problem. So this is just like an overdrive pedal. So let's just quickly listen to how good quality it is. So just as I said, it's featuring a gain knob and a level. And just talking about it really, really quickly, the rhythm track that you heard in the track at the beginning, the demo track, just featured the gain at 6 and the level at maximum, and then the lead track was just gain at maximum, level at maximum. That was it. There's nothing sophisticated about it. It's a super simple pedal, and it's really easy to sound good with, which is what I really like about it. No fuss, no frills, plug in, play. Amazing. So let's quickly let me just play you what I'm doing, in terms of like signal wise, and let's just hear what the signal sounds like before the pedal, and then I'll run you through what the signal chain is, and then hear it with the pedal. So signal goes as such: guitar, pedal goes into the helix, so the Line 6 helix, which I'm emulating sort of like a Fender Deluxe sort of amp, and all it is just clean channel, tiny amount of spring reverb. That is it. Okay, going into the desk, into the PC, and then into Reaper. But I'm not doing anything fancy on Reaper. All I've done here is just like, automated the volume at the beginning, because at the beginning of the recording of one of the tracks, there's a little bit of noise. That was it. So, I mean, it sounds super complicated, but all this emulates it's a noiseless setup, but I've made it so it's basically, if you had a clean amp at home with a bit of reverb on it, which most amps do, you can have like a tiny amount of reverb, then this is basically in front of the amp. That's all it is. So imagine I've got an amp, and then this is in front of it, 2 cables. That's it. That's all you'll need to get this kind of sound. Anyway, let's quickly listen to what it sounds like when I just turn this thing on. Okay? Now, all I'm going to do is, I said, gain maximum, level maximum. That is it. it sounds awesome. It just sounds amazing. To go from a clean tone to something that saturated, it's just a raw pedal. You know, it's raw performance, which I really, really like. Very simple circuitry inside. I can't remember the specifics, but I know it's near empty, basically. But what it does in there with what it's got, man, it's just amazing. So this pedal was made more popular by a well-known guitarist by the name of Yngwie Malmsteen, which is why the track was very, very Yngwie-inspired. And the original one was yellow, and as I said, didn't feature an LED and that kind of thing. And this is a reissue from, I think it's the 90s, and early 90s. And yeah, he definitely had a brilliant sound for what he was doing, whether you're a fan or not. Like it sounded good. It's very ballsy overdrive, you know what I mean? So yeah, it's still got that sort of raw performance and power. And even through a Fender amp rather than a Marshall, like, you know, I probably should have gone down the Marshall clean route and then boosted it with that, to get like the true or like a closer version of Yngwie. Now, obviously, his pedals have changed over time, but we're not really talking about that too much. But yeah, just to give you a bit of history on this thing. So if you want something that sounds great in a lot of different contexts, because it's a very, very, like a punchy one. However, if you just roll the gain down a bit on the pedal, you get a really, really nice sort of like crunch sound for those rhythm parts. Let me just play you the rhythm part from the track, but with a bit of this, as I said, this crunch sound, so just so you can hear it isolated out of the mix. So a lot of that kind of like sort of like harder rock stuff, this thing is absolutely perfect for. If you want to give something a bit of grit, like any sort of arpeggio patterns or anything like that, or you know, just you want that more like quote unquote like 80s, 90s rock sound, this thing will just do it. No complaints. It will just do it. Very simple pedal. I don't think I really need to explain much about it. Because it just speaks for itself. I recommend going to trying one of these out just to see what kind of sound you get out of it with your guitar and that kind of thing, or your kind of style of playing. But if you're into this sort of like more rock style playing, this is like the perfect pedal for what you need for boosts and stuff like that. And if it's good enough for Yngwie, it's gonna be good enough for a lot of guys out there. And I think these things are going for, they're not an insane amount. So just because they pull up the WM website just to get the confirmed price. Be £99. That is it. 99 from WM Guitars. So come on into the shop, come and check it out, and have a blast. It's just fun. That's it. It's fun. It's great. Like, sorry, I had too much fun recording the track, so I think there's a bit of bias for that kind of thing. But yeah, the fact that it's just no frills, no whatever, 2 knobs, 1 button. If you just can't mess it up. You cannot. You can't get it wrong. I mean, if you do, I'll be very impressed. But that's it. Anyway, I'll catch you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed the video, and hope you enjoyed my little rant about that thing at the end. Feel free to cut that out, Ryan. But yeah. Like and subscribe the video. Like the video, subscribe to the channel. Hope you enjoyed the content, and check out the other pedal demo videos on the channel and the other content on the channel for a bit of information on guitars or that kind of thing, or just general vibes and hangs. Or come and check out the shop and come and meet the team. Apart from that, I'll see you guys later. Hope you have a good one. Bye bye.